And we are recording. Okay, are we good? We good? How you doing? Welcome back. Episode 2 of this channel. I don't really know what to call it yet. HadiBeTalking, whatever it is. Let's just jump straight into it. Like I said, the goal, I'm going to mention it, trying to just speak more smoothly and with less cuts than the last episodes. Because even though it's so much fun to just, have some cool edits, I would also like to improve my speaking ability so we can, we can have more proper conversations without me having to cut everything up. And I think sometimes when I do edit my videos, it just feels like it's, oh shit, I just almost shook my whole fucking setup. It just feels a bit more, it doesn't feel as natural as it is if I'm just talking right now. And, that's something that we have to improve from episode 1 to now. That is one point that we have to improve on. I said this like 3 times, but you get the idea. So today, not going to be primarily talking about the NBA mostly, but we're also going to be talking about something else. We're going to talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender and also Dragonball Fighterz. So I'm going to leave these timestamps in here. So if you really care for only one thing, or if you care about the whole thing, listen. You might not even know that I love Avatar, and you might not even know that I love Dragon Ball anime in general. But it doesn't matter. We're going to cover all those things right now. Now, the NBA, I just finished reacting to the Lakers and the Clippers game like earlier today. So if you've seen the reactions, this is filmed on the same day. So it was a bit brighter before. And now obviously it's nighttime. So what I got from that game was, I'm now editing it back, watching it in the edit. I kind of went a bit too hard on PJ Tucker. I'm not going to lie to you. I did not realize I was this angry on PJ Tucker, but I want to apologize. Like, let me chill. It's only the regular season. I got to calm down. But it's just in the moment, you're just so frustrated because the game was in our hands. And every time they would show PJ Tucker, he would just getting scored on and he didn't really do nothing, So let me chill on that. We're going to chill on PJ Tucker for a little bit because he's probably going to get more playing time as long as PG is out. And I got to stop kicking my whole setup. So yeah, PG is out. Hopefully his injury is not as much. And our center is also out right now. Zubac, hopefully he gets better. We want to have a healthy team going into the playoffs. Hey, I'd rather have them have small injuries now so they can, rest fully and then be there for the playoffs and hopefully also meet that 65 game rule that I hate. Like I said, check out the video before. I already had my comments on it and just why I don't think that rule makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Even though it makes sense, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like it's easier said than done. And at least bringing in a rule, you could say it's a positive than just not addressing it at all. But I would also love to, address different things, like the referees and stuff like that. Like we could always have these fines for these players. Like even with Monty Williams, coming. I don't know if you have seen that game with the Knicks and the Pistons where Sar Thompson literally got fouled by DiVincenzo and they didn't even say nothing. I don't know. And, they always bring out the 2-minute report and saying, oh, well, that was a foul. Like, yeah, we know it was a foul. But, like, in the moment, you want it to be called. Like, I wish there was something else. Like, I wish we would stop. The fines should just stop. I don't know why they protect refs like this. I really don't know. Like, is that really I don't keep up with too many other sports except for the NBA. And I know the NBA is more entertainment than, it is really basketball. But regardless, like, I don't know if refs are so protected like they are in the NBA. And I'm not saying the refs can't make wrong calls or something like that. But the refs was like, he was standing right there. He was literally looking at the foul, as it was committed. And even though sometimes refs do miss calls, they're human. I'm saying, and I low-key think, I think they should just bring in 2 more refs, like at least, because I think it's always a crew of 3 people, like they're on the court. And, I feel like just 2 extra eyes, like 2 pairs of eyes, like that could help so much. I don't know where they would go, or maybe they would have like some type of AI helper, like, how it is in football, soccer, whatever. They have like this, the line, the offside line. I think that's all just AI or just computer in general, VAR. If they had something similar to basketball, I don't know how they would do it, but maybe something installed into the fucking ball or something like that. I don't know, I don't know what you can do, but like there's limitless possibilities, especially now that you created this NBA AI thing, which is hella random, but I get it though, because the marketing AI is taking over the world basically now. I mean, not in that extent, but you get what I'm saying. So you got ChatGPT and all this other stuff, and now we can basically imagine Spider-Man as an NBA movie. I don't really know how copyright is gonna work with that, because what if I'm like, play this song while Michael Jordan is doing this dunk, and all of a sudden you hear, fly me to the moon. I don't know why I chose that song. It just popped up in my head. So, I don't know. what they're gonna do with that, but they can definitely do something. Come on, bro, it's the NBA. Like you can figure something out, but it's just a matter of, do you want to do something, or are we gonna sit back and just keep having the same? And I do love it that this season, especially the whole, like, a lot of these coaches are willing to take these fines to speak out about the just injustices in these fucking games. But like, it'd be pissing me off. Like, how, as a coach, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Imagine seeing like a play that I'm like, okay, bro, this is our chance to win the game. The Pistons, even though I think they just won, or I don't know, even like the Wizards and the Pistons got the same record right now. And I told y'all last episode, I said the Pistons are overhated, bro. Like, look at the Wizards. They got the same record. That's crazy to me. Like, I don't know why. I get it, though. You know, I mentioned it before, you know, the 27-game losing streak, it added to that. But look at the Spurs and look at the Wizards now. And yeah, here we are. I hope the Pistons, with everything that they went through, they're going to be the 14th seed, even though last year I was a Pistons hater. Because they clowned on Kyrie when he was suspended. I hated that. I was a hater for the Pistons that entire year. But you know what? Y'all got your, you know, karma. That's a different group now, different coach and everything. You know what, bro? Hey, whoever was in charge of that, bro, you were the reason I was a hater for a year. So I'm not still a fan. I'm not a fan because, you know, I'll remember that shit. But I can give you your props because, you know, you've been through a lot. And I can understand that as a viewer. You know, it is what it is. But regardless, I'm not, like, they're not going to win anything. But I'd rather them not be the last seed. But then it's crazy to be like, damn, bro, the Wizards going to be the last? They're going to be the 15th seed? Oh, no. Hell no. Something got to happen. I thought they were going to be better. I mean, not better, because you trade away Bradley Beal and all your other pieces and Porzingis and shit like that. But smart move to keep Kuzma, because Kuzma is really good. To be honest, I wasn't even underrated him. I didn't really pay attention too much when he was with the Lakers or even with the Wizards too much, because, like, it's the Wizards, right? Like, I didn't really care, except for when Russ was there. But I was not even really watching the NBA like that. Now, this year, the Wizards are kind of trash now, and I wish that, you know, Poole would have, you know, turned up a bit more, but it is what it is. Maybe next year, maybe he'll go somewhere else. Who knows? I don't care. Over the last couple of months, a lot of these coaches have come out and basically addressed these issues. Like, I remember Mike Brown, when he brought out a whole laptop. I love that so much. He brought out the whole laptop to be like, yo, Can we all look at this? And he was talking about like the hand up. I remember it was Brook Lopez specifically. He had his hand up going vertically, and he was like, I don't know, like he can't keep his hand down. And then the rules are just different. The thing is with refs, I don't know, like it's a difficult job. I would love something that a lot of people have been asking for, like post game press conferences for refs. I would love that. They would explain the call with the video right there. Then you have nothing to, like, nobody can tell you shit. And you know what, bro? It would be even more dope if they were like, you know, bro, that's a foul and I missed it. That's on me. That is on me. That's okay. I would love that. Like, we would at least, I would feel for the refs. I would be like, you know, bro, yeah, I respect that you said that. You know, that takes a lot of, you know, honesty. But then again, because of gambling, they're probably not going to do that, you know. Gambling is always I'm not a fan of that. And I know that's probably not good to say when you're talking about the NBA, because there's so many sponsors that are just, that just allow you to gamble, or they promote it basically. And I was never a fan of that. I hate when people go to players' Instagram, Twitter DMs and be like, yo, you messed up my parlay. Or when people make videos just screaming at the TV and they're like, yo, no, why did you grab the I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. You don't even watch basketball. Get the fuck out of here. Like, don't watch the sport, bro. Please move on. Go to a different sport. Y'all just want to fucking bet money and then be mad at the player for playing. Oh my god, nah, I'm sorry, bro. I could make a whole rant just because of how much I hate betting, because it just ruins so much. You're not even watching the game because of the play style, the players. Like, what do you want to do? Like, who was your favorite team? Like, the emotion is just out of it, bro. Your emotion is more invested in the money that you have spent on your own. Like, nobody even forced you to do that. That's crazy. That's the crazy part. And then you want to get to on these players. Nah, it's crazy. I don't care if you're half a point behind $1 million. I don't care. Now, anyway. Regardless of that, I respect a lot of these coaches for doing that. I have not seen a lot of coaches do that last year, but this year definitely has been increased because, you know, it has been a lot of weird technical fouls and ejections, and this a whole bunch of weird stuff. I don't know why they keep trying to take the emotion out of the game when people want to celebrate. Like, bro, if I'm slapping the backboard, who the fuck cares? Nobody's gonna care. As long as I'm not. For me, the taunting rule is always like, it's so weird. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, if I'm slapping the backboard, like, who cares? Who's gonna care? Why is it when people score in other like sports in the NFL, bro, they do the fucking gritty as a celebration? I don't know. I think they have tightened down a little bit as well. But in the NBA, you can't do shit. Like, I can't even slap the backboard off of the adrenaline boost I got from dunking. crazy. I don't know. Nah, that's something I don't agree with at all. So I would love that. Please refs, fix it, bro. Like, let us enjoy the game, bro. Like, we want to feel that emotion. Like, that gets us engaged as fans. Like, you get more people just watching. I don't know. Like, you'll see more clips on Twitter. Like, everything. I don't know why. It's such a strict rule in basketball. We gotta always just run back on defense and just run back on offense, run back on defense. Like, no type of any emotes. Can we not do the like? I would love to see that shit. Like, why have to wait till the game is over until somebody does something cool or funny, like when they score? I don't know. It's just weird because I think that's like the only sport where they do that. Because even in hockey, like, bro, I don't even watch hockey, but at least you see like one clip where somebody's celebrating shit, and then we always gotta wait until the buzzer beat or some. Nah, bro. Regardless, nothing really too much happening in the NBA right now, except for the fight that happened with the Pelicans. And he never, even though it's been like a week now, that was kind of cool to see. It was funny to see. And then the Hornets had a little fight. Oh yeah, the unwritten rule. Yeah, now we got to talk about that. Now, I thought I was the minority because even when people in the NBA are feeling disrespected by this rule or by this bucket at the end of the game, I thought, oh damn. So wait, I thought it was okay. I thought it was normal to do this. The game is still going on. People have paid for this. That's the crazy part. Like, the NBA is entertainment. You got to understand. People have come to see you from across the world, and you're getting mad because somebody scored at the end of the game. The game is not done. I would understand if it was like in your face or some shit like that, like when the buzzer is already over and like he's walking to your bench and he's taunting you. I understand that. That's okay. Like, unprofessional, my fault. Unless it's not like disrespectful taunting, I don't see the issue with scoring because you have, like, the fans are most likely not going to leave until the buzzer sounds. So why would I not put on the show for these fans that paid this money? Like, it's not really personal, bro. Unless you know it's personal. Like, kind of how it is with Scott Foster and CP3. Because I don't even know the history behind it, but he says, CP3 says it's about his family's and personal issues like that. But that's a different scenario. Like, I would understand that. But if who was it? It was Mike Conley, who has 0 technical fouls in his entire career, which is actually crazy. Yo, shout out to Mike Conley for that. That is a huge. That's honestly more impressive than you think, because how long has he been playing? Like 16 years now, or even longer? I don't even know. But no technical fouls. That's a professionalism as its finest, bro. That's something that a lot of people should aspire to do. But then Dennis Schroeder got mad and then he pushed him. It's like, bro, like there was even still seconds on the shot clock, bro. Stop this shit, bro. I hate that shit. I'm glad more people are speaking out about it because, like, what is this? What are we talking about? The Celtics still on top and the Nuggets are now really good as well. So cool. That's that's amazing. It's so weird. Like, I felt like we were the best NBA team and every other team just started to lose except for the Celtics. So I was like, I was feeling great. I was feeling myself. I was like, yeah, bro, we were the 1 seed for 1 game. I made a whole fucking intro about it on the main channel. I was hyped. And then we lost it. And I felt like every time when we got our losing streak, which we were kind of in the slump right now, even though we won against the Grizzlies. But that was also a weird win. So we're really in a 4-game losing streak right now. And I felt like every other team just elevated from that. And I don't know why. I don't know what y'all trying to plan right now. I don't know what type of tampering is going on. Nah, it's not tampering. It's just, we're playing ass. We're playing, a lot of people who don't really deserve no minutes. You feel me? Okay, let me stop the shade. Okay. I apologize. But it's like, bro, when you see a good player on the bench, it just hurts you. Because I'm pretty sure, bro, Bones could give you 15 or he can give you 20. Whenever he wants. If you give him the shot, he wants to. Now it's different because when he comes off the bench, any shot that he takes is a good shot because he doesn't really get no shot attempts or even any minutes to play. So if I get the ball, I'm shooting this bitch. What do you think this is? I only can shoot in warm-ups or in practice where nobody can see me, where I can't even show my skills or my talent like that. Nah, bro, I'm a shooting game every single time. So yeah, they might just bring more shots, but that's just the mindset they're in. I hope, with the company that Bones is in, with Russ, Kawhi, James, Alden, PG, hopefully they can just instill some confidence and be like, yo, it's gonna be alright. Like you gonna play some minutes, hopefully soon. But I don't know how you can say that when PJ Tucker. Okay, let me chill. I gotta stop doing that. Like I said, he got 3 games. You feel me? 3 games, and then I'm done because it has been a disaster, bro. Like I don't see it, man. I don't see it, bro. Bitch, he came on IG and was like, yo, this is some bullshit or something like that. And then they asked Tilo about it. He's like, yo, I get it. Like, everybody wants to play. That makes sense, because we want to win. And if you want to win, you got to provide everything, everything I want. I'm not even asking for points. I see the 0 points. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with it, but, fully. But I understand it because I understand the value of you. You're kind of like a Draymond Green, a lesser version of it. But, now you're a bit older. So you're kind of losing that value as well. So at this point, you're almost a liability on the court. And I know you can knock down the three. We have not seen you shoot. Like, when was the last time you scored a point? It must have been in Philly. That's the point that I'm trying to make. But I hope he proves me wrong. Please, PJ Tucker. The stat line I want to see from him is at least 5 rebounds, 3 points, and some steals maybe, or a block. That's all I need. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about the minutes. Okay, I do care about the minutes because if I see Westbrook, under 20 minutes, then I'm going to be pissed. But besides that, we ain't got a problem. If I see you stop somebody in the paint or wherever, bro, on the court, I'm here with that. I'm with that. But if I see you get scored on 3 times back to back to back and you ain't done shit, that's when we have a problem. That's when we have an issue. That's when the issue is like, okay, why would I not play this young talent in, let's say Kobe Brown, or even like minutes for Tice or Plumlee, or even Bones or Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many pieces on the bench that could be utilized in so many different ways. But sometimes it's tough as a coach. That's why I have so much respect for T. Lue. But sometimes he'd be pissing me off because I'm like, bro, the reason why you got beat was on the bench. I mean, the reason why you lost was because you left a couple of plays on the bench. But it's also tough because T. Lue had to adjust so many rotations so many times because of injuries. I get it. Every coach has to do that. But can we just look back on T. Lue's rosters? Just a year ago, when the 2022-2023 season started, he got a new point guard. The Clippers got a point guard in John Wall, Kawhi Leonard, and PG. That was like the starting 3, of course. That was like the big 3. And to be honest, the fact that John Wall was not doing that good with the Clippers kind of showed me that Westbrook is the better player. It had nothing to do with that. It's just a random fact. Like, I don't know, okay? John Wall left in, half a year. Westbrook's still on the Clippers. And he's doing better. So, hey, I mean, I don't know. Who would put John Wall over Westbrook? Maybe in their primes? Nah, fuck out of here, bro. You're talking to the biggest Westbrook fan, and I gotta get me a jersey. But I can't be calling myself the biggest Westbrook fan and have no jerseys of him. That's disrespectful. So I'm gonna say, I'm a big Westbrook fan. And hopefully, once we get the jerseys on, you feel me? That's a different story. So, anyway. So, yeah, John Wall came in. You have to adjust rotations. I think they had Marcus Morris, Terrence Mann, of course, those guys. They run Terrence Mann as a point guard, and it was terrible. That's when the Clippers were kind of mid. But now it was different. They brought in Russ. They brought in Eric Gordon at the trade deadline last year. And who else? They had Nick Batum still. They brought in somebody else. Oh, yeah, Plumlee and Bones, right? You have 4 players at the fucking trade deadline. You got to you got to adjust your roster that quick. At the later half of the season, that is tough to do. So, I had to give him credit for that. And the fact that it worked from the small sample size that we had before PG got injured. So we were like, okay, we still got Kawhi and Westbrook. Kawhi and Westbrook played 2 games together in the playoffs. Whooped the Suns, even though we lost game 2, but it was a good game. Regardless, game 3, Westbrook had to, and Norman Powell, I remember him dropping 40 in the playoffs with Westbrook, and Westbrook dropping 37, 10, and 8. Like, that was I got goosebumps from that shit. That shit was so beautiful. He outscored Kevin Durant, bro. And people were trying to shit on Westbrook, bro. That should be pissing me off. Hopefully this year, we're going to see more 30-point games, second round, Western Conference Finals MVP. That's the main goal. Y'all know it, bro. I didn't really want to talk only about the Clippers, but hey, it is. No, bro, the Cavs and the Mavs had this beautiful game. Even though I rewatched that fourth quarter, we obviously know the Max Strus hit the game winner. If you have not seen, the refs try to hold the Mavs. I'll be honest. They called like an offensive foul on Kyrie, which was not that good, and then they called like a clear path foul instead of like a normal shooting foul. It was a lot of stuff going on. It was a Cavs home game, so I don't know. Like, you have to factor that in. It was a weird game. They really tried to let the Cavs get that, so it was crazy that, PJ Washington hit that, supposed game winner, and then my boy Max Strus hit that bitch from, bro, what, that was a crazy ass shot, and the way he leaned into it too, bro, he flew and hit that shit. Oh my goodness. My favorite reaction was from PJ Washington, the way he was flexed onto the crowd, and as soon as the shot went in, he was like, shit, never mind. All right, and that was it for the NBA. I think I don't really got nothing else to say. We're going to have to wait until next time. And yeah, we're going to talk about something else. Dragon Ball. If you don't care about that, I don't care. So might as well. See you on the next episode. See you next time. Whatever. So Dragon Ball Fighterz just announced, or they just released their rollback netcode. And initially, if this was released like 2 years ago, I would be so excited. Because if you don't know, you're probably not going to know. I started my, this YouTube streaming shit. I started streaming Dragon Ball Fighterz like almost daily. Every time I could, do a stream. I was doing a stream and I was playing Dragonball Fighterz for like 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever, and I would just have so much fun to it. And then, like all things, you gotta have some change in it. So at one point it just got repetitive and I just kind of stopped playing the game, especially when they kept announcing new updates or just rollback netcode. If you don't know what rollback is, you probably know. Just, it basically makes online way more, like, just smooth. Like, it feels like you're playing offline. That's how good it is. Usually, some cases it differs. But now with Fighterz, they announced it like 2 years ago, and we were like, yo, we were hyped. I was hyped. And then there were like no new updates. Yeah, they dropped a couple of patches, but like at some point, like I gotta look, at Bandai and be like, yo, patches are not like are some like type of excuses for like new updates, in my opinion. Like some of it just got boring. It is what it is. Like they didn't really care about the game as much as I wanted them to care about the game, because it was such a good game. It's still a good game. Like even like 6 years later. That's the crazy. The game is 6 years old, but like it only has 3 seasons of DLC. Maybe they didn't expect Fighterz to be such a popular game, but it's Dragon Ball, so I don't really know what was going on in their head when they were making this. Now, it's just a different type of vibe now, and Fighterz was an interesting game. Like I love this so much. It has a big place in my heart because I have so much content on it, or I had it when I was streaming, and now I did some videos on it on YouTube, and then I kind of stopped and I fell out of it, bro. Like it was just so repetitive, and I just couldn't bear the online, bro. The online with Gogeta, Vegeta was like, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Now, maybe with rollback that'll change, but if they were to release rollback, let's say 2022, even at the start of, I'm lying, bro. If they released 2023, I probably wouldn't have been excited like that. Like, bro, if 2022 should have been the time to release it, or maybe they should have just made me feel like they cared, because sometimes they just don't care. That's what the vibe was, that they didn't care, and I hated that. Now, it dropped now, by the time you're probably watching this. I haven't downloaded the game yet because they released like a PS5 version too, and that's pretty cool. And we're gonna have to see what happens in the game. And I'm probably gonna do some content on it on the gaming channel. If you wanna see that, go check it out. When everybody was playing Fighterz, bro, like you just feel the atmosphere, the vibes, and everything was fun. And mashing kind of ruined the game, if I'm being honest. Like the whole characters, bro, it's just a lot of headaches, Okay. Now rollback is something that it's gonna be huge, bro. It's gonna be really huge for Fighterz. Maybe it's gonna make it a bit more popular, like make it like a little push, and have more people playing the game. But I don't know how long that's gonna last if you're not gonna care about it. Because I don't want them to be like, yo, okay, we got y'all rollback. Can y'all please leave us alone? Because look at Xenoverse. Xenoverse 2 is 8 years old, and it's still getting DLCs, updates, like frequently, like almost as if it came out yesterday. They're taking care of Xenoverse. I know Xenoverse has its flaws and netcode, and we're not even going to talk about that. But like the fact that they still, provide you with content so you don't really get bored, Fighterz is laughable, bro. That's insane. Like, you just think about that, bro. Like, just look at how many Xenoverse DLCs compared to just Fighterz or just updates in general. That is the main point. It's like, look at them, bro. They are showing love to a game that's 8 years old, and they have other focuses too. So I don't like that excuse of, oh, well, look at Arxis and Bandai. They have so many other games. Well, Xenoverse, Dimps, they got other, shit to do as well, But they still show their love and support to this game, which I appreciate. That's the main point. Like, just make me feel like you care. And with Fighterz, I felt like there was just a disconnect between the fans and the developers. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just the vibe I got. And now with rollback is there. I don't want them to be like, okay, we're done with this game, because that would be stupid, because you put all this time and effort into rollback to make it playable for, all the players. So now more players are going to return for sure, because look at me, I'm returning as well. More players are going to return, and they're going to hope for a better, environment around just Fighterz, just the roster changes, everything, just quality of life updates. That's all we need. Add just a couple new stages, maybe some new costumes. That's all you need, Fighterz. Please. Skins, I know, I get it. It takes a little bit of time, but you implement a rollback. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right, bro. I promise you. And plus, you're going to get so much in return. It's not like you probably, I don't know the sales, but you for sure going to make a lot of positive money. You're not going to go in the negatives, bro. You could get so many people by just mentioning Dragon Ball, and you form a whole crowd around you. I don't know how, but it's Dragon Ball. Everybody knows it. But maybe they're like, bro, fuck Fighterz. We're going to go over to Sparking Zero, which also I can't wait for. But we all know it's an anime game. And to be honest, you can't really hype up your, or just extend your expectations too high for, an anime game. Because anime games are weird, bro. That Demon Slayer game, if you remember that was like kind of the Storm-esque. I really like this. It's just I never bought it, but I always loved watching the gameplay of it because it reminded me of Storm because the mechanics were really similar and it made sense. But I heard and I seen that there was like no other like game modes, and like every game it just becomes stale, kind of like Jump Force how it was. Jump Force, I was really hyped. I played the demo, it was so much fun, and basically the full game was just the demo, and then you had more characters than the demo or the beta, whatever. So yeah, it was tough, man. Jump Force really could have been something. Everybody was playing Jump Force. I don't care who you were looking at that game like, hold on, but this could really be something. And unfortunately, it wasn't. I like the idea. Hopefully the execution, maybe when they do another Jump Force, maybe Jump Force 2, they actually attempt to try and make a whole game, because a lot of these anime games are more like a one game mode type of games. It's like you can just hop on, and I know Fighterz is like that too, but you're there to train. You know what I mean? Like I know it also gets repetitive sometimes, but that's just fighting games in general. Like you can't really just blame that on Fighterz. But with Jump Force, you have so many opportunities, so many worlds to explore, bro. Like I don't know if that sounds corny, but just think about it. You got Naruto in it. You got Dragon Ball, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho, bro. My Hero. What the like? Look at these collabs. The only other place where we can see these characters is Fortnite. Are you serious? Fortnite. I gotta go play Fortnite. Watch somebody gritty with Kratos. Fortnite is a crazy game. Like think about it. Like what the fuck? What really is Fortnite? Imagine telling yourself 10 years ago or like 8 years ago, be like, yo, there's gonna be a game where Itachi and Kratos are gonna have guns and they're gonna start doing these TikTok dances and everybody's gonna play it, including yourself. You're gonna be like, what are you talking? What type of weird shit? And hey, Fortnite, I don't know how Fortnite did it, bro. Whoever, hey man, I know the creator of Fortnite, bro. You're swimming in money right now. You probably are. Yeah. You found gold with that. That's crazy. So yeah, I don't know why we just got to Fortnite, but yeah, that's Fortnite is such an interesting game, bro. The way it just came out of nowhere, pop, and then I mean I know there was a lot of battle royales before Fortnite, but the way Fortnite took over is a whole type of different discussion. It's crazy. That needs to be studied. Now, anyway, back to Dragon Ball. The main point is that I'm trying to convey right now is just show me that you care. Do you care about this game or not? That's all I want to know. Like, as a fan of the show, of the game, do you care? Or just tell me right now, okay, no, we're trying to get to Sparking Zero. I'm okay with that. But you're not going to do that because that would be stupid marketing. Because then I'm just going to play the game 2 weeks and I'm going to drop it because I know there's not going to be no updates. But that was my mindset before. Why would I care about your game when you don't even care about it yourself? So that's why I would probably go back to Xenoverse more than Fighterz, because I know the developers are still going to do something to make the game more interesting, whether that is like new quests, new DLCs, and I know the netcode needs a lot of issues. I know they got the wigs. The wigs are really bad in Xenoverse 2. They're not going to fix that now. They got other plans to do. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But regardless, like, you see what I'm saying, though. This might be a hot take, but Xenoverse 2, when it works, is better than Fighterz. For sure, 100%. Especially with your homies, taking on a parallel quest like that, and then those raids. Oh, yeah. Nah, this is top tier. Like, you can't top that. In Fighterz, it's like, yeah, I can do the same combo a million times, and, like, some unexpected shit might happen, but it's not Xenoverse. It's not Xenoverse. Xenoverse is so much more fun, because you have so many more options, and just so much fun shit can happen. You have more creativity, it feels like. And I'm not trying to discredit Fighterz, because I think I have way more hours in Fighterz than in Xenoverse. But Fighterz, you have a creativity, but you're kind of like locked in a box, and it makes sense because it's a 2D fighting game. I'm not trying to, get that. But Xenoverse and Fighterz are two different games, so I can't really compare those. So let's just end that right now before I dig myself even deeper in this hole. If Fighterz added like a new type of game mode as well, and the thing is with they didn't really add rollback to the 3v3 game mode, the party mode. So let's say somebody wants to play with his homie from overseas. I got some homies overseas in America, but I can't play with them at that game mode, that 3v3 game mode. But now I can play with them online, which is cool. 1v1, somebody can spectate, but it's like, golly, brother, come on. I get it though. I gotta be thankful. I honestly did not expect rollback to be here this soon. I already have given up hope that it was going to be here this year anyway. So the fact that it was here actually surprised me. I was hyped. I'm ready to see just how locked in I'm going to be in Fighterz, if I even want to play the game too much, because the state of the game is just mashing. C assist. If you don't know, I hate C assist. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense, bro. Like, what are we really talking about? And even though mashing did exist before, but it's, man, I've talked about it so many times on stream, but now I've not streamed in so long, so you probably don't even know. This section is sponsored by nobody. Okay. Anyway, next topic. We got Avatar, The Last Airbender. If you have not seen new live action, season 1 just got done. I think they're going to do like all 3 books, of course. I have not checked it out. I'm not going to watch it, to be honest, because in my opinion, some things just don't need remakes. And I get it, this one is a bit different. This one is actually a bit better. It makes sense to watch because it actually has a lot of, good quality. Like it's just good quality, It's not like the one that we had like a couple of years ago, or I guess 10 years ago, where they were trying to be too realistic and they ended up being super trash. But now this one is actually more, it just has a lot more creativity behind it, and you can just tell where the producers wanted to be, the directors, where they wanted the direction to go. But I'm still not gonna watch it because it's just one of those shows that I just can't imagine myself watching it in real life. It just looks weird regardless. Like, it's not gonna have the same feeling. Maybe I'm a hater. Maybe I just gotta watch it to experience it. But nah, I'm good. I'm actually rewatching Avatar right now, which is funny. And that was not because, maybe that was because the whole live action thing was going on. Everybody was talking about it. I obviously know the whole story, so don't even test me with that. How are the cuts this episode, by the way? Like, I can already see, like, I probably have like 10 cuts already, or like 20 cuts or some shit like that. If you ever see me like abruptly, get cut off, that's probably because I was saying some bullshit and I was like, yeah, nah, we gotta edit that shit out because we're not gonna let that shit happen in the video. So we're trying to keep a calm head. Golly, I can't speak. So we're trying our best. Come on, let's keep going. Now, the reason why I want to mention Avatar: The Last Airbender is because when everybody started watching it, I seen the debate go around. Shout out to RDC World. They were the first ones that I seen put out the question. It was, which of the 4 elements are the strongest? And now, originally, I seen a lot of people debate it, and I seen the arguments. Oh, well, this nation has this. Oh, the Earth Nation is the weakest. The Water Nation could be the weakest. Oh, the Fire Nation needed a whole comment to drop on the Air Nation. And it's like it's a whole different. It's a difficult discussion to have because, in my opinion, I think Avatar has the most balanced, literally the most balanced system, like magic system in almost every show. I think only Hunter x Hunter and maybe Full Metal Alchemist kind of can balance that. But the way Avatar is balanced is crazy. Like, think about it, because the Fire Nation is weak against the Water Nation. The Earth Nation and the Water Nation, like, they all have their different strength and abilities. And the fact that they also have the secondary abilities as well, with the Fire Nation, they got the lightning, then the Earth Nation got the metal bending, because Toph is the coldest motherfucker on Earth. Bro, Toph is insane. The metal bending, and then with the Water Nation, you got the blood bending, and just think about it. Like, the writers really went through every fucking route to make everything just balanced. I know the Air Nation don't really got nothing because they passed. They died. But like, still, you can do so much with air. You can make the ball that Aang rides on and just try to go from place to place. And you can even draw out the breath from some people. You can do so much with air that I feel like the most creativity you have is with air. But then I can't really say that because you can do everything with water as well. Because when it's raining, you're hoed. You can't really do nothing about that because you can transform the water into spikes. The same thing with metal. I could just make a fucking pistol. Just think about that. And we're not going to really talk about Korra. I have watched Korra as well. I liked it. It was cool. Some weird stuff happened in the show where I'm like, okay, why did this happen in season 1? Why did this happen in season 2 again? And I'm like, okay, the tone of the show is definitely different. And I do enjoy it for what it is. It pissed me off. Spoilers, I guess, if you have not watched Korra. That they said in episode 1, oh yeah, by the way, everybody just died that you loved from the first show. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought we were going to see them as old people or something like this. No, we're only going to see like clips of some people that, that passed, or like a flashback, or, you're going to see them in their memories. I'm like, yo, what are we doing here, man? At least show me, like, there's no way nobody threatened the whole Avatar universe in that whole lifespan of Aang. Nobody. So he just died. He gave birth to these people and just died. Cool. All right, whatever. That is something that pissed me off so much. I didn't even watch Korra at that point. But nah, then Korra. I like the vibe of season 1. Like, I remember vividly the vibe of season 1 was so intense. Like, it just felt like it was a different show. And I like that because I didn't want it to be like a Boruto. So, even though I kind of like Boruto, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really hold up to Naruto. And I know that's a tough standard to be. But, when you're Boruto, you're Boruto. When you're Naruto, you're Naruto. That's a whole different type of level. Now, with Korra, some people even like it more than The Last Airbender, which is never in a million years. I'm sorry. Like, it's just so iconic. It's too iconic. You don't have an Uncle Iroh. You don't have a Azula. You don't have a Toph. I mean, your Toph is there, but like, they got the daughters and stuff. It's a different scenario. Now, lava bending and all this other stuff from Korra, we're not going to talk about. You want every ability. If somebody said, yo, do you want to take the air element, you're not gonna say no. You're not gonna say no. But imagine you're too lazy to get the remote. Boom, give it right there, easy. Let's say, do you want the fire element? I'm not gonna say no. Somebody presses you, get your bitch ass out of here, bro. Oh, you trying to eat something? Right there, easy money. You get the idea. Like, there's so many different possibilities with all these elements, and that's what I love the most about this show, is the fact that there's no clear winner. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care if you tell me, oh, well, the Air Nation got wiped out. Why do you think the Fire Nation went after them? You know, there's levels to this shit. So I don't think it's the Air Nation. I don't think it's the Water Nation. I don't think it's the Earth Nation. I don't think it's the Fire Nation. It's just like, it's a mix of all four. I think a better question is, if you just switch the abilities, like the nation, the Air Nation, what if the Fire Nation had the Air Nation's abilities and the Fire Nation was, you know, with the Air Nation? Imagine that would be insane. Like, how would they have defended themselves against the Fire Nation? If that, like, you catch my drift? Like, let's say the Fire Nation came on to attack the Air Nation, but the Air Nation has fire instead of air. Now you get the idea. Maybe now you can really start a debate. Okay, well, in my opinion, I don't think the Fire Nation could use air like they could. But it's a whole, like, there's so much that you have to factor in when you talk about Avatar, because the lore is insane. And and I love about Avatar so much that it's not really a long show like that. I know 60 episodes might be too long for some people, but in comparison to all these other GOATs that have like 300 episodes to build on, and then you have the show that is supposed to be for kids, but only with 60 episodes, come on, man. That is just a different type of level of GOATness. My stream alerts are just Avatar, or I guess I only have one, if I'm being honest. The following thing, like, the theme is so good, the music is good, and the fighting choreography is so beautiful. And I know everybody and their mom try to do a fucking move with water, and like, you try to bend some air. Like, it's only a couple of shows that can really hang with Avatar, and I don't really know if I know all of them. But I do love the fact that Avatar is still relevant even after these years. You know, I know that's probably because of the remake that's happening, but even if it was trash, I think this conversation would have happened. Like, Avatar is just such a go-to series where I'm like, you can't really ruin it. Like, even though the remake happened, the first one, which was disgusting, people still didn't, like, I'd rather just watch the original. Like, it's so crazy how something that's older, like almost 20 years old, cannot compare with something that's made now with modern technology. And, you know, part of that is because of nostalgia, of course. But now, and that's not even true, because I'm watching it right now and I can just tell there's not a lot of shows that can do what Avatar can do. From the messages, from the music, from the fight setting. Like, not every fight is just there for entertainment. It's more because of the purpose of the show, but the purpose of the characters. My favorite fight in this whole damn series was Azula against Zuko. And the way they fought was, like, it was beautifully, but it was also so, like, bittersweet almost. And it was kind of sad because they didn't speak. They just fought, and the music matched it so well. It almost felt like you were watching through the mother's eyes, who would never want this to happen at all. That was like her last wish, to be like, yo, no, I hope this never happens to my kids, and, you know, I don't want them to see fighting. That's a nightmare. And the way they executed it, and the music, it was like goosebumps throughout the whole scene. And it was amazing, man. Avatar is just, man, watch Avatar, bro. Like, and the character development from everybody. Like, I don't know if you probably know, but the episode 1 was titled The Boy in the Iceberg. And then the last episode is the Avatar. It's like, that's just crazy, bro. Like, the storytelling, you know how raw that is? To be like, you know, bro, I created this. Look at episode 1 and you're like, yep, that's what I did. That was my vision. That shit was in my mind. They make us take a look into their mind and how they wanted this world to be created, and the characters that they design. And now we really can associate a lot of these traits, and they're all fictional. Like, it's wild to think about. What I want you to take from this is, watch Avatar. Don't over debate something, because in the end you might just hate it even more, because that's just how debates usually go. Somebody's going to be really loud, somebody's going to get really toxic and shit like that. But it's just like, bro, just take a step back and think about how balanced this fucking world is right now. Because if you have an argument for one element, this element comes from behind. It's like, yo, no, hold on, but did you figure out when this character did this, or this nation did this, or they trained for this, so this doesn't happen? Nah, but it's a whole type of scheme that is going on. It's like a pick and roll action with 3 different distractions at the side. Somebody's doing pick and roll, somebody's doing Spain pick and roll, somebody's just trying to get the low man, X and O's. You get the idea. So yeah, rewatch Avatar, and, you know, and tell me why Toph is the best character. Come on, man. Come on, a blind, like, she was blind and she was whooping all these, bro. And the fact they didn't make her blind to be a distraction, they made it so she could be even stronger. That's how you really portray a character who has a disability, but in her case, it was just it was a power boost. That is not fair. That's all I gotta say about Avatar. I don't know how long this episode's gonna be. Maybe a bit shorter because at the end I'm kind of cutting a lot because I can't speak a lot. But I think from the start, from this episode, I think I did really well in comparison to last episode. That's what we wanted to achieve, is a lot of improvement. And I know these episodes probably gonna be boring when I watch them in a year later. Hey, future me, what's up, bro? How many episodes are we gonna do from this, man? Hopefully we're still doing this, and maybe with a better quality, better lighting or something like this. I don't really know what I've planned. Nobody knows what we have planned. I'm just going with the flow every single day, trying to get better. And check out the reactions, check out the second channel, check out the third channel, check out every other channel, and just have a fun day and just keep talking. I don't really know who's gonna listen to it, but in the future, a lot of people gonna listen to it. You feel me? That's kind of what I did with the streams. It felt like the streams were more like a podcast version, but I was just playing the game on the side, and now I'm here. And streams are gonna come back soon. I don't know when, but I hope soon. But I felt like videos right now is where I really kind of shine because I can put my spin to it, bro. The edits, even though they're not really that crazy, but it is a lot of fun to edit and just make. It's also like with editing, you got your creative mind and you put shit on the screen, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't because of the tools. And I'm just rambling right now. It doesn't matter. That's what I would do on streams because I didn't really know how to end a lot of the streams or just videos in general. So I would just end it with Clippers in 5. But let me chill. Also didn't want this to be primarily NBA channel. So that's why I would put these timestamps here and be like, you know what, bro, this is for this segment. So if you don't care about that, you can leave. Or maybe if you care about the last segment, you can just stay and watch it as well. Anyway, regardless, I love y'all. This was a lot of fun to watch, to do. I've been so used to reacting, but, trying to get better every day. It's going to be a slow process, baby steps. This episode going to be worse than the next episode, and the next episode going to be worse than the one after that, and you get the idea. At one point, episode 50, you're going to be like, what the fuck, this dude is talking smoothly with no cuts? That's going to be the goal. If you see an episode with no cuts, I've done it. That will be the ultimate goal. Anyway, I love y'all. Take care, and don't forget it, Clippers in 5.